Yemen is facing the worst humanitarian crisis. This is due to years of war, causing economical decline, leaving the country without any stability and aid. This proxy war is led by Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia are responsible for multiple airstrikes, killing innocent people, targeting hospitals, and breaking international laws. Saudis are also responsible for blocking aid from going into the country. This has left over 80% of the country needing emergency aid. That's 24 million people in need of emergency aid. Yet our UK government continues to arm and support Saudi Arabia. Britain's leading arms maker BAE Systems has sold over £15 billion worth of goods and services to Saudi Arabia over the last 5 years, principally supplying and maintaining Tornado and Typhoon aircraft used in the bombing missions. Thousands of civilians have been killed since the Yemen civil war began in March 2015, with indiscriminate bombing by Saudi-led coalition that is supplied by the Western arms makers. The kingdom's air force is accused of being responsible for many of the 12,600 deaths in targeted attacks. Ahmed al-Babati, a lance corporal in the Royal Signals, absconded from duty to protest in his uniform in Whitehall on Monday, 24th of August.
We tried to make our voices heard by protesting in London, Manchester, Liverpool, and many other cities. We've even tried to email our MPs, but clearly our words mean nothing to Boris Johnson. And it's clear that this government has blood on their hands. So with that being said, I refuse to continue my military service until the arms trade with Saudi Arabia has been put to an end. It is reported that a child dies every 10 minutes in Yemen. So I'll be standing outside 10 Downing Street, blowing a whistle every 10 minutes so that they can hear every time a child dies due to a war they continue to arm and support. I joined the army in 2017. I took an oath to protect and serve this country, not to be part of a corrupt government that continues to arm and support terrorism. What made this decision so easy for me and why I choose to sacrifice a lot of things, including possibly my freedom, is for the simple fact that me myself, as somebody that was born in Yemen, I could have easily fell victim to one of those airstrikes or died out of hunger. I've seen enough not to speak out, and I'd rather sleep peacefully in a cell than stay silent for a paycheck.
The former MP Ahmed Cohod, a patron of Stop the War Coalition, said, "We expect courage from our military personnel, but the stand Ahmed al-Babati has taken shows a deep moral courage that is exemplary."
Soldiers, you are not robots. We were born to care and love for one another, regardless of how different we are. No one is born to hate, but greed and selfishness has poisoned our hearts. I ask that you prioritize peace over war, unity over money, and justice over patriotism. We all have some sort of part to play to make this change happen. You are just as accountable as those who cause corruption if you choose to stay silent. Me and my good friend Ali Hosen have decided to start an organisation called Stand for Justice, SFJ. Join us to try to make the world a better place. We don't care what background you come from, what religion or beliefs you hold. We only care that you stand with us against injustice. We will be setting up projects on topics that we feel are not covered enough or dealt with correctly for that matter. Let your voices be heard, let's demand change, let's stand for justice. Jazakumullah khair, may Allah bless you all.
Deepa Govindra Driver, who has been proactive to get Julian Assange released from Belmarsh High Security Prison.
Firstly, I wanted to send huge amounts of solidarity with Ahmed for doing what he did, because we can always say it could have been somebody else, but it was him who took up the challenge and who decided to take a stand. And it's very difficult to find people, especially young people with lots ahead of them, who are willing to take such serious stands, and this is really important. So very grateful to him and Ali and others who actually People like Ahmed are very important because, yes, Julian and WikiLeaks released a vast amount of information, and we know of the terrible, terrible tragedies that continue to take place in Iraq and Afghanistan. But what's also really important, in addition to disclosure and transparency, is people beginning to come together in solidarity to have some kind of power to change the narrative, to change actions. And that's the first step that Ahmed has taken, from having that information about what's going on in Yemen to turning it into something, into holding the British government to account for what it has done.
On Monday, the 24th of August, British soldier Ahmed al-Babati was arrested by the military police outside the MOD for protesting against the government's involvement in the bombing of Yemen. A petition by Stop the War Coalition is gaining momentum to support the British soldier Ahmed al-Babati,